You may not know, or you probably do, Oregon's racist history, founded as a white utopia. Fast forward, 1948, we've got the war, we've got Henry Kaiser, who's building these ships, and they create Vanport. So the flood happens in 1948, wipes out Vanport, and now people are forced into the city, and ultimately became Albina, or a space called Albina. And Albina was its actual own city. There was actually a mayor of Albina. So Portland didn't want the black folk and the poor folk, and Vancouver didn't want the black folk and the poor folks, hence Vanport, this compromise that gets wiped out through a flood.
Albina was the area where it was really kicking, it was really, really, really nice. Anything that you wanted in the area, television repair, shoe repair, record store, dry cleaners, whatever was there. And you didn't have to go out of your community to get anything,
I vividly remember as a kid going with my mom and my great-grandmother to visit different elders in the community at their home and checking in on people and dropping off food and picking up a chicken dinner from this church's fundraiser, because there were so many black churches that were significant in our black community.
The Albina area before the Motor Center, prior, because I can go way past before that, because the 60s, I was born in 1960. We could run in the street, we played kickball in the street, we ran up and down the streets. There was a ton of black people. So it was like a little community of people that everybody knew you, everybody looked out for you. Now, because of the Motor Center, the parking's crazy, there's people that don't look like you anymore. The neighborhood has changed drastically.
Well, when I think back to when I arrived in Portland, I didn't arrive without knowledge of Portland. I was at the college playing ball, like a lot of young people, thinking that I was going to go to the next level, and ended up staying. Started a family. But what I recall is seeing the incremental removal of the neighborhood. I recall seeing the allowance of decay.
I know that ODOT played a significant role in dismantling and destroying the Albina community. With working for ODOT, I know, given the history in constructing I-5, doing it without the community's voice, which led to the construction of I-5 through historic Albina, was the wrong way to go, and we are definitely in a trust deficit.
If we're going to talk about how great Portland is, how great Oregon is, what about the community and the people who have been here for generations? What needs to happen to correct some of the things of the past, but then also include those communities in the conversations and the planning for moving forward?
The I-5 Rose Quarter Improvement Project is a transportation project, but it's also so much more than that. It's a community building project as well. So from the transportation side, we are making it safer and less congested on the I-5 corridor, where 3 interstates are coming together. So we're focused on I-5 between Interstate 84 to the south and Interstate 405 to the north, in the heart of Albina, in the heart of Rose Quarter. We get asked a lot, what is a highway cover? It is a wide bridge, think of it as a land bridge or a cover, a cap over I-5. So it will provide the space for roadways to connect over I-5, but also new community space on top. ODOT's role is to build that canvas, that space, and then we will be looking to the community to help us define what is that place that will be on top of the highway cover.
I look at this project as an opportunity for economic advancement for Black Portlanders, from a ownership standpoint for businesses, from an ownership standpoint for homes.
The economic benefit from this project will give Black people more choices. We don't want low-income housing or moderate-income housing. We want the ability to have choices of where we want to live and how we want to live. That's the big outcome that we should be trying to focus this new project on.
We can look at what happened to us in terms of the displacement, and we can look at the people who kicked down the doors and the giants that came before us to get us to this position where we are now, right? Regardless of how people feel about it, ODOT has been very intentional in bringing the community together.
There's a healing that I think needs to take place, and maybe this project is big enough to begin to kind of prod us to say, where are we? What do we need to do for future generations? But there are so many opportunities for new collaboration, new business, artists to be involved, folks to become journeymen in trades. So really this is kind of a once in a lifetime opportunity for us to capitalize on what infrastructure projects, what needs to be done, you know, logistically for transportation and safety. And my hope is that we leverage all of it.